Hello, everybody. I'm going to talk briefly about the BYOD, which is Bring Your Own Device trend, and mobile file management as the possible way of coping with the risks of using consumer devices in the enterprise. BYOD sounds like a little bit like BYOB, which is Bring Your Own Bottle, which was a very spread party trend in the past. But now we grow, and with our growth as a society, we start using devices, not bottles, and we start thinking of enterprise, not parties. So this becomes more and more important. Mobility in the enterprise. Several years ago, no one could really think about having smartphones working and increasing productivity in the enterprise or governments or non-profits across the globe. We can remember the first iPhone, which had no feature like exchange connectivity, and that was a leisure phone rather than a business phone. But now things change dramatically, and we see almost 27 million iPhones shipped last year, this year, and the total number of smartphones shipped in 2013 will equal 837 million pieces, which means that the total number of smartphones now exceeded the total number of PCs installed. That means that smartphone becomes, and a tablet of course, these two devices become a really important part of business or a really important part of government, and people use it. They bring it to their work, to their office, and they try to get the data. They try to use that data through the mobile device, and they try to exchange this data. And this is good, because this is good for the enterprise. This is good for the company, because it provides the company with better productivity, because people are more eager to use these devices at work. Business becomes faster. The decision-making process is speeding up, and it is more and more effective for business results. On the other hand, this trend becomes really dangerous for IT because of the lack of security, because no one can really guarantee that the person can get some sensitive data and then leave the company with this data. And it is really hard to incorporate various mobile devices into the very complex IT infrastructure of the company. And of course, each company has limited budget and limited number of employees, IT pros, who can take care of thousands of different devices that people bring from their homes to the company. And it is extremely difficult to control this. Well, some mobility terminology. There are two types of solutions that help to cope with the risks of BYOD. This is the mobile device management. These are solutions that control devices on the device level. So, for instance, this is the software that can lock or disable cameras on iPhones, or put some encryption to the phone, or delete some information from the phone. And there is also a set of solution, or a tendency, or if you wish, called a mobile file management, which is actually a solution that enables smartphone and tablet users to securely enter corporate data, download files, sync, work with files, exchange files in an absolutely secure way. So these are two solutions that help to mitigate the risk of bring your own device trend to the enterprise. So, sorry for, there's some problem with the appearance of this slide. What are the problems of smartphones and tablets? The main problem is that they are not meant to be a part of IT infrastructure of the enterprise. So they have no native connectivity with corporate servers and corporate IT infrastructure. And there are so many different workarounds, some solutions that help to incorporate iPhones, Android devices to the IT infrastructure. But there is no secure way of doing that using just operating system, either Android or iOS. That's, again, the problem. There are no smartphones or tablets that totally meet the enterprise requirements in terms of security, data encryption, and compliance, both the corporate compliance and the legal compliance that is imposed, and that varies, of course, from country to country, but the legal compliance for data or even personal data becomes more and more strict. So more and more efforts are being made to make mobile devices, smartphones and tablets safe and secure for users and legal entities. And of course, many solutions don't adequately meet the requirements of IT because the IT infrastructure is growing, it is heterogeneous, it differs from company to company, government to government, non-profit to non-profit, and it is too complicated just to have all those iPhones and maybe, I don't know, Samsungs on top of it. So the problem is that many companies don't pay much attention to the security of their data when it comes to having smartphones and tablets as a part of their business. So only 21% of companies delete information, remotely delete information after a person leaves the company with his or her own device. That means that the majority of companies are not paying attention or do not care about their own data. 31% remotely lock the devices or require some key to be entered or some passcode to be entered each time a person switches on the device, which imposes a real risk. So actually, there are two needs. It's customer need or a company need or whatsoever. There are two needs. Actually, in terms of smartphone usage, company wants people to access and sync files, which is really important, and company wants people to be able to exchange data using the mobile devices. Why is it needed? Just a very short example. Imagine a company which produces and sells something. So there are some executives that use smartphones and tablets as early adopters because they like it, because they think that it's a sexy device, is a cool device, and actually they want to be modern. And they use it to exchange some information, sensitive information between each other and maybe connect to investors and so on. And also there are some salespeople who use their tablets just to make sales pitch, to make some presentation for customers. And they need these presentations to be updated. They need to be, those presentations to be customized and to be stored centrally. And there are also some other employees who need to, make some paperless meetings to enter corporate systems like ERP or even also CRM, and use those systems from their smartphones and tablets. Actually, home office is also a part of this. So what do these what does this company do in order to secure it? The major challenge again is that there is no native iOS or Android solution for managing sensitive data, and the company can also only rely on some workaround solution. The solution that can help is the mobile file management. So this is the solution that enables documents on mobile devices to be securely kept. People can download documents from corporate servers and use them on their mobile devices, and in an absolutely secure way because of the encryption container that can be installed in each smartphone or tablet. And sales representatives in this case can get centrally automated content that can be changed centrally, that can be controlled centrally with the help of IT department. And they can access this data anywhere and from any device. That helps them to be mobile, to meet their customers, and to generate revenue. And other employees can use shared folders, the SharePoint portal, to upload and download files. They can use their CRM and ERP from their smartphones. And users can create meetings, they can collaborate, they can do whatever they want to do in an absolutely secure way because of the file encryption and mobile device encryption. So again, file sharing and syncing. The major problem with file sharing is that there are many companies that adopt solutions like, or services like Dropbox in their infrastructure, and they use Dropbox as the mean for collaboration and file sharing, which is not very good idea because Dropbox and solutions like Dropbox are not meant to be an enterprise ready and safe and secure for enterprise. There are many cases when companies were losing sensitive data because of the usage of services like Dropbox. So a company or a legal entity or whoever, even an individual, should be very careful about using such services exceptionally from smartphones and tablet PCs. So that there should be a very secure way of collaborating and syncing data. And last not least, actually, there are 5 tips that can help the company to practice safe, bring your own device philosophy, and to benefit from using mobile devices and be on a secure side. Firstly, create a mobile device security strategy. Strangely, the majority of companies do not do that. They just let people to come up with their devices, use their devices, and then leave the company with their devices, and with presumably with some data that can be security sensitive. The company should stop making exceptions to mobile security policy. This is extremely important because actually 47% of companies have different exceptions to mobile security. So for instance, some people can enter corporate data without any encryption using any device they can, which again is very not very good way of taking care of the company's safety and security. We also face, for instance, in Russia, the country where I came from, I see on a TV that the prime minister uses iPhone and tablet PC, iPad actually, and everybody understands that this is absolutely not secure way of doing things for such a person like prime minister. But still, I mean that not only companies but some governments also have some problems with security in these terms. And again, make safe, bring your own device policy on everyone's responsibility. Only 20% of companies, as per our research, teach and educate employees of how to securely use their devices and how to securely access sensitive corporate data. Prepare for the coming of Apple, because as we know, in a 2-year perspective, almost 85% of companies worldwide will use Apple Apple devices as the part of their infrastructure. And of course, one should not underestimate the danger of, here again, the danger of public cloud and some easy to deploy and even free of charge solutions that can again lead to a leakage of information. And of course, mobile file management as the right solution to secure corporate data and to secure access from mobile devices to corporate system is a must for a company that is taking care of its information and is taking care of its future. Thank you so much.